Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome to the first episode of Heart and Home. I am your host, Asma Ubello. If you've ever felt like you and your spouse just coexist as roommates, or if you worry about raising children in a world that values grades over goodness, then you're in just the right place today. Our topic is a powerful one, beyond roommates, rekindling the connection in your marriage and raising assets, not just children. We're moving from simply managing a household to building a beautiful, intentional home filled with love, purpose, and connection. And to guide us through this crucial conversation, I am thrilled to have three incredible ladies with me today. Please welcome Dr. Maryam Abdulsalam, a leading relationship counselor whose work helps couples rebuild their foundations. Next, we have Hajia Aisha Usman, a parenting coach and an author who translates timeless principles into modern-day action. And finally, Hajia Mardia Jafaru, a content creator who bravely and honestly documents her family's journey for thousands of followers. Welcome to you all. Let's dive straight in with you, Dr. Maryam. I loved a quote you made. If you don't know where you're going, then any road will take you there. Many people enter into a marriage without having a clear plan. Why is having a deliberate plan or a map so crucial?
Thank you, Sister Asal. That quote is so relevant. In my practice, I see too many couples who are lost because they never define their destination. A beautiful Muslim home can't happen by accident. There's a project that requires a group. Without the shared vision of your purpose, your values, and marriage to each other, they are just beautiful. You end up as roommates managing conflicts instead of building a legacy. The great plan, what I often call marital mission statement, aligns you and your spouse so they are moving together, not separately.
MashaAllah. That leads perfectly to my next question for you, Hajia Aisha. It is said that marriage has codes of conduct or pillars. Can you elaborate on what that means and why it is a non-negotiable?
Absolutely. Think of your marriage as a house. Before you hang beautiful curtains, you have to have a solid foundation and strong walls. These pillars are your foundation. They are the non-negotiable rules you both agree to live by. For instance, my husband and I sat down and we set out. They include things like faith as our compass, fidelity, mutual respect, effective communication, and a commitment to mutual goals. The most beautiful part about this is realizing we're on the same page on almost everything. It creates a safe, predictable environment where love can truly flourish because you know what to expect from each other.
Inshallah. Hajia Mardia, from your platform, you share your life openly. Was there ever a time you realized you and your husband needed to define these pillars?
Oh yes, early on we were arguing about the same thing over and over, money, time and expectations. We were reactive, not proactive. We were hanging up decorations on a wall that was already cracked, and we finally had a come to Allah meeting. We wrote down the things that were most important to us, and for us, validation was a big one. Making sure the other person feels heard and understood, not just assumed. It transformed us from opponents on different teams into teammates.
Subhanallah, that's a powerful shift from opponents to teammates. Dr. Maryam, why is it that many couples skip the hard work of fixing their foundation and go straight to trying to rekindle the passion?
Subhanallah, it doesn't work that way. You can't expect sparks to fly if there are any unresolved issues. It's human nature to want a quick fix. Passion is exciting, conflict resolution is hard, messy work, but you can't plaster over it. If there are any contempt, disrespect, or unresolved anger, that toxicity chokes out any possibility of love and mercy. We have to address what broke the connection and trust first. Only then does the environment become a fertile ground for rumors to grow up.
So, we've built a strong marriage. Now, let's talk about the children that come into this union. Hajia Aisha, I've heard many scholars make a stark distinction between raising an A-class student and an A-class human being. Can you unpack that for us?
With pleasure. Many of us are obsessed with academic excellence, top grades, the best schools, and while that's good, it's insufficient. We're raising future spouses, parents, and community leaders. An A-class human being is God-conscious, empathetic, responsible, and useful to society. They are an asset, not just to themselves, but to the world. This requires a holistic approach, which we call tarbiyah. It nurtures their character, their soul, and their sense of purpose far beyond their report time.
MashaAllah. Hajia Maridia, as a mother, how can you practically implement this? How do you plant those seeds of asset building?
It starts with being intentional. It means when my son helps his sister, I praise him for his kindness more than his intelligence. It's involving them in charity work so they learn acts of service. But the most important thing is modeling. They won't remember what I said, but they will remember what I did. They see how my husband and I argue and make up, how we treat our parents and how we talk about others. We are their first and most important example.
Dr. Mariam, a disturbing statistic mentioned that up to 80% of women are unhappy in their marriages. What do you think is the number one missing ingredient in these unhappy homes?
Almost universally, is lack of effective communication and emotional safety. People don't feel heard or understood. They think they can't express a need without getting the wrong. This ties back to the pillar Hajia Aisha mentioned. Without respect and commitment to resolving issues, resentment builds. People say for children, for society, for financial reasons, but they are running on empty. They have forgotten that peace and tranquility are the purpose of marriage.
Hajia Aisha, I stumbled on one of the synopses you wrote. A beautiful practical tip is to ask your family for feedback. You asked your husband and children, what is the most important lesson I've taught you? That takes courage. Why is that so valuable?
Because many of us act on assumptions, we think we're teaching one thing, but our children are learning a different thing entirely. Asking them what quality of mind will you never forget is a mirror. It helps us to know whether our efforts are landing. The answers can be humbling and incredibly inspiring. It ensures we do deliberately, not accidentally.
MashaAllah. Finally, to all of you, what is one simple, actionable step our audience can take today to move from being roommates to reconnecting or to start raising an asset?
Hey, just for 15 minutes, drop your phone and be seen with your spouse or children. Laugh, play, wrestle, hide and seek. Reconnect with joy, just like the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam did with Aisha radiallahu anha.
Ask one question, am I pleasure to be around? And then have the courage to ask your spouse sincerely for their answer.
Define one pillar. Tonight, sit with your spouse and agree on one non-negotiable pillar for your marriage. Maybe it's we always speak with respect. Start there.
Thank you. What powerful practical advice. The journey from roommates to soulmates, from raising children to raising assets, starts with intention. It begins with a decision to build consciously. Thank you to our amazing guests, Dr. Mariam, Hajia Aisha, and Hajia Maridia, for sharing such profound wisdom today. To our audience, your home is your sanctuary. We hope you feel inspired to build it with love, purpose, and intention. Until next time, may your homes be filled with peace and tranquility. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.